we'll have this discussion.
Discussion? What discussion?
This is a discussion combustion.
Coming to you from Denver, Colorado, this is Discussion Combustion Podcast with your hosts, Kevin Batstone and Arthur Raw.
Forward. So that's an exciting change since we last visited.
That is exciting.
You know, feeling good, so.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah. This living life sober thing has been interesting.
Yeah.
I'm doing it in waves, right? So it's not like just cold turkey. It's like, okay, no more during the podcast, no more during school nights, and then easing into it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and focusing on, different things that are going to, fill your soul, fill your cup,
Absolutely.
as they say.
Yeah, you got to fill the cup. And that's the thing is, everyone's liquid in that cup's going to be different because that void goes somewhere, of filling that need to do something, whether that's exercise, bicycling, like something's going to fill it.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're on the hunt for what that liquid's going to be, on that liquid hunt.
Yeah.
No, it's important, and it's we're all around the same age, and
You're the oldest.
I'm the oldest.
Are you?
I'm 37.
Oh, yes, you are, I guess.
So I'm
I'll
the
be 35
oldest here.
next week.
All right, I'm the baby tonight. So
Yes.
I will be 32 this year. So.
Congratulations.
Look at us.
But it's
in our
like
30s.
it's like
You were born in the 90s, huh?
92.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm still in the 80s. Barely.
80 baby, barely.
Just clenching on.
89, let's go.
But it's like, you get all this stuff out in your 20s. Like my 20s was lost to acting like tomorrow was never going to happen and just having so much fun with that.
That's your 20s.
And like I don't regret it. Like I can't sit here and be like, "Oh, I regret like all the money I spent or whatever on this."
Right.
Like because the experiences were great, but we got to change our priorities, and you can't like as we get older, it's okay if we're not into the same stuff we were into.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, I think we're into a lot of the same things. Not necessarily, what we were acting like in our 20s, but I think that, we still agree on things that we enjoy. We just enjoy them in a different manner now. So
That's a good way of putting it, yeah.
And definitely being my 30s, I will say, when I was in my 20s, even my early 20s, that was much different than what I do now. So.
Oh, for sure.
But I enjoy my 30s. Honestly, everyone's saying it's a new 20s now, and I think I'm actually believing these.
30s have been awesome.
Oh, yeah.
People.
I've been feeling more fly recently than I ever have.
Pretty fly for a white guy.
Mega fly for a gringo is what my novia would say, my girlfriend. But
Novia?
Novia.
Is that girlfriend in Espanol?
Yeah, novio.
You're going to start teaching me
Novia.
Espanol.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, wow, I'm very curious.
At one time,
what
I
that,
spoke more than he
that
does.
entails. So.
Yeah. Oh, my novia is Venezuelan, so I've been learning Espanol.
Shout out.
That's the right thing to do.
Shout out Paula. She's awesome. She put
Yeah.
up with all my friends at the racing event this past weekend. It was a full day of racing. She was a trooper.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you're a race guy. So.
Oh, that's all I do. I love racing.
She's a sweetheart, but I do agree with how you're doing this thing, Kev. Is
Yeah.
Like how you're kind of like
Everyone's gotta do it
slowing it
differently.
down a little bit because on Kevin's 35th birthday, as everyone's aware, he is going to put down booze for a while.
Yep.
And I think it's great how you've been easing into it because
Blood zero.
like that cold turkey thing, like it might work for some people, but I would find that extremely difficult. Like I need a slow let go, like I'm doing curling or something.
Yeah, it's different for everybody, I feel like, and everyone has a different path to do it with, you know. It's just everyone's different, and everyone has a different plan. Like a lot of people go to marijuana and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to see what happens there. I don't want to say definitively one way or the other. It's going to be this, it's not going to be that. It's just a one day at a time process, I think.
Yeah, if you're feeling good about it, then then you're just making different changes. It might be small and minuscule at a time, but you're feeling good about it. I mean, you look great.
Thank you.
I mean, look at Arthur right now. You're crushing it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's been a fun journey to.
It's been crazy, and it's all like I don't know. When I think about the weight loss and the diligence with eating and all this other shit, like it takes a long time, and like you don't see the results immediately, and you almost just have to be like, and you got to get into this mentality where it's like nothing's gonna throw you off. Like you're not just gonna go home and snack a bowl, like a bag of chips late at night. Like you're being diligent, and
going the distance.
Yeah, and it pays off if you do something for more than a year, then you're going to see some results. Sure. And so like anybody who is getting excited about like a weight loss journey or doing something different with their life, like talk to me in 3 months and we'll see if you're still doing it. You know, that's like the thing, right? Because everyone gets excited, but are you actually going to be dedicated to doing this?
You
know,
gotta commit to that, yeah. You know, because you can say, you know, the first couple, you know, minuscule results that you see might be, you know, oh wow, this is going great. You know, go back to your old ways, but you gotta keep being persistent, you know, and then implementing those new habits of yours. You know, which obviously are paying off for both of you guys, which is really great.
Yeah. Got to hold yourself accountable too. This actually helps do that a little bit because like the whole world's hearing it. It's not just me whispering it in your ear and then no one else hears it. You go back. I mean, you listen to our old episodes. We were different people, like we were talking about. We've changed a lot throughout. I mean, hell, you were 61 was your first app. This is episode 260, so almost 200 episodes ago to the number.
I know, I was amazed. I was like, wow, you guys asked me back, and it was almost right to the date there. And you were saying, you know, I remember you guys were like, well, we have Bud Light, and remember we're just cracking beers the entire, you know.
We probably drank, like, between the three of us, like 18 beers on that episode or something.
Was that the first one? Well, it had to have been.
And that was, my New England was showing. My New England was definitely showing that, so.
Us New Englanders can slam some beers.
But it was wicked good, dude.
Wicked good pissa. Wicked pissa. Yeah, good old New England. You've been back way more than I have.
I actually, since I've been on DCPC, I've been back to New England a lot of times there. Yeah,
really.
You know, I had a lot of girlfriends that got married and what have you, and I visited my grandmother. We're still really close. You know, she's still out there, and got to go and go visit the coast and get my lobster roll and yeah.
That sounds good.
Oh, it's amazing.
Clam chowder.
Yeah.
Lobster rolls.
I love the chowder. That's my favorite.
Oh,
I get cravings.
I love clam chowder, but actually, since I've been on the podcast, I actually became gluten-free, unfortunately.
Oh, you're gluten-free now?
I hate every minute of it.
Is it like is it medically necessary?
I mean, I won't it's not like I'm gonna die from it, but I'll have an accident, and I just rather avoid that. And,
Interesting.
But yeah, it's honestly the worst heartbreak I've ever been through in my entire life.
Just letting go of gluten.
No man's ever broken my heart like this.
Yeah, because gluten's in like everything.
And it's in everything, and especially back home in, Maine, like, we used to talk about steamers and what have you. And
Steamers.
You fry them and what have you, and then you have, your lobster roll and all this. And so it's been a complete turn of events for me.
What was the toughest one that has gluten? Was it like beer, pizza?
Well, there's a place downtown that I like to go to near my house, and they do like a $10 like pasta night.
Oh,
you have
my
any
goodness.
pasta you want in the dish, and they have, house baked bread and what have you, and they put the Caesar salad with the croutons on it, and that was real buzzkill.
So no croutons, no pasta.
Absolutely no fun at all.
Well, you're looking good. Like it looks like it's treating you well.
I mean, honestly, I think I feel like the energy's been great and what have you. I think I've lost some weight, which is great, but but it's been tough to try to just change everything.
Cut something out completely.
Implement almond flour and rice flour, and and then you like Chinese food, and then soy sauce has wheat in it as well. So
and everything.
If you enjoyed your life at first, then forget about it.
Oh gosh,
that's pretty funny. I mean, there's so many gluten-free products on the market now, though.
And it
much
actually,
more.
Before it was kind of it was a blow to my my existence. But honestly, now it's really quite friendly. Even like a bakery, like miles down the road from my house, opened up, and I was like, wow, I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
It was $13 for 2 pastries, but I loved it.
Gluten-free pastries. That's interesting. And then they do like cauliflower pizza.
They do that. It can be a little bit, cardboardy, but
I'm a fan of the cauliflower pizza.
Are you?
But like you have to get it extra crispy.
You can't just
That's any pizza for me. I like New Haven style. I want it crispy.
And I mean, we will always, Lord Dave Portnoy will always, be the...
You call him Lord Dave Portnoy? I do love Dave Portnoy.
I mean, his pizza reviews, are honest but true.
He inspired me to do the same thing. I've been out doing reviews.
I actually saw your little meatball review recently.
Oh, that was fun.
The doing food with Kev?
Yeah, Kev does eating.
Kev does eating.
That's a new series that we've added with Cooking with Kev, which is great. Shout out to the Meatball Eatery in Centennial. My server, I think her name was Hannah. She was great. And I told her I was going to give her a shout out.
It looked good.
That place rules. I mean, think about a meatball eatery. Like, I'd never been to a place that specializes in meatballs.
Now, you should be able to get some gluten-free meatballs, no?
And so I was curious, actually, shout out to Hannah. Do they even have any sort of... Because meatball is made with... with bread and what
Yeah.
have you.
I bet they
So,
do. I bet they do.
You
If
know.
there's like a meatball eatery, I feel like they would have those options.
Right.
And then you
I'll
got
just call Hannah and just harass her the entire time.
yeah, call Hannah.
Yeah, you're like
Yeah.
calling over there. Is Hannah? If Hannah's not available, then let me know when she comes back in. I'll call back.
Is it on Sunday at 3 p.m.? I'll be there.
Yes.
Those were some pretty tasty balls, though. I definitely enjoyed those.
I mean, they looked good. You had 4 different flavors on
Yep.
the plate there.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
watch that video of my review. It was good though. So the gluten-free meatballs, that's going to be interesting. I don't see why they can't do that.
I mean, you can always just kind of replace, little things with, with regular bread.
Yeah.
Everyone's making, sourdough bread, and sourdough bread is like the new, huge gluten-free
Clint.
option there.
Okay.
So-
Well, here's the thing. Like, I don't think I have the gluten sensitivity, but eating gluten-free food, like, if I go to eat like a Red Baron pizza, like I'm gonna be really gassy the next day, or if I'm drinking beer, I'm gonna be gassy that night. But if I'm staying away from that, then I'm like less bloaty, less gassy, and like you feel like I get to eat a whole cauliflower pizza and like not experience any of that. So maybe does everybody have like a gluten
I think it's different
intolerance
for everybody,
to a
though.
certain extent?
We've learned so much about it recently. Like gluten sensitivity, it wasn't really a thing when my folks were growing up. I mean, I'm sure it was, but they didn't have gluten-free alternatives, so people just thought they had digestive issues, I would suppose.
Yeah.
But now we have all this research on it, right? And people are doing clinical trials and stuff. Like, I'm assuming that's where you started, right? You're like, well, I'm not feeling good. Let's narrow it down to what it is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm from the East Coast, so I'm down to have, the best pizza and bagels and what have you, And so it was around the pandemic, a little bit after you and all of us talked, and yeah, I had like this pasta dish, and I was like, maybe it's the seafood I had in it. Maybe I had a shellfish allergy, and so I had pizza a week later, and then I had my face blow up again.
Oh, really?
I couldn't get my face, it was like, it looked like I was a Lego character. And so I couldn't get past an actual door there, and I was like, what the heck is happening to me? I've lived in Maine all my life. Why can I not have any sort of trying to do like a process of elimination diet. And, a week later, I ate pizza again, and I was like, what the heck's happening to me? This is not right. I'm used to what I'm eating, but this is not it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just kind of like, took on that whole gluten-free lifestyle. And it wasn't amazing. It still made me a little bit challenging at times, but it's getting better as it goes, and there's a lot more options and what have you. But it was tough at first.
So how deep are you into this new diet? Like, has it been a year?
It's been, I guess it's 2024. It happened right after I think all of us talked, and so it's been like almost 3 years now.
Okay.
And that's just like what it is. I can't even just say, well, I'm gonna take a break today, and go back to my old life.
You're gonna be hurting if you do that.
And it happened to me, a couple Christmases ago. My roommate, she had a great heart, but she's like, I got these new egg roll wraps. We're gonna make up for Christmas. It's gonna be fantastic. We can all eat them together, right? No, we cannot. And so I had a couple of these egg rolls, and they were definitely made with flour. And then next 3 days, I was walking around.
Wow.
And I've never experienced that, and I just knew, like, my body just remembers that, your body retains that, and so
So one of my food weaknesses, just because you're exposing yourself, I will also become vulnerable here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So one area that I've needed to really watch it, because I'll straight up like pass out. Like I will like lose consciousness if I have too much sugar, especially mixed with alcohol, because alcohol converts into sugar, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So like
that carb breaks down into sugar.
So I'll have a scare like if I drink too much and eat too much, or even if it's like too rich of food. I feel like my body just can only take a certain amount of food and like everything else, or else like my levels spike and I'll like pass out.
I've seen it happen.
And so it's super scary for me.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not-
almost like diabetic, like a shock, if you will.
Yeah, and I don't even know if it's just to sugar.
I mean, one shade, but
Yeah, I don't know if it's just for sugar or what, because if I'm like eating at a like fancy restaurant, because the food is super rich.
It's good.
And you're like doing all these different courses and stuff. Like if I start getting too full, then I'll like get this feeling that I get like a warning feeling where I can tell if I continue to indulge, then I'm gonna end up losing consciousness. And
Oh
so
my
I've
gosh.
probably passed out like maybe 5-6 times total in my
Oh my
life.
God.
But it's definitely something where it's like, you know, I'm not in my 20s anymore. Like, you know, things start to, you know, we gracefully get older. But yeah, so I have to watch out too. I have to watch
Wow.
out what I eat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And like the portion is extremely important. Like I feel like I could get away with eating most things.
You just can't overindulge.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
about portion control and
It's hard to do though.
and not doing that second and third helping. Like the queso at your place was so good.
Oh, it turned
like
out good.
I went back there a couple extra times to the queso bowl.
I figured you were
but-
going to be on it.
yeah.
The room went quiet when the queso came out.
It did. The room did get
It
silent.
got really quiet. in there.
Arthur enters.
Yeah. We were all talking and saying there was like 6 of us in this room, and then all of a sudden
It was
the
quiet.
queso made everyone quiet.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone ate all the food though.
How about you, Kev? Do you got anything like? Oh,
So-
you got the shellfish
well-
allergy, but that kind of went away.
Yeah, so I grew up with a shellfish allergy.
I
in
remember
New
I
England.
saw my last time. Yeah.
So eating cocktail shrimp and things like that was a pretty popular thing in my household, you know, because my dad loves it. And so it was a Super Bowl party one year, and I was eating it, and my gums swell up and started getting itchy. And so basically from that point on, the doctor's like, you're allergic to shellfish without actually really doing any testing. So I just stopped eating it. But I never gave up clam chowder. That's technically shellfish. But it's you got the crustaceans and the mollusks, right?
Right.
Are the two types of shellfish. One contains more iodine. So like lobster, crab, shrimp are going to have the most. So
And that.
yeah.
I'm sorry. That's what That's what got you.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
But then recently I was doing a cooking with Kev, and I did scallops. I hadn't had scallops. It was like a new dish in life for me because I didn't eat them as a kid. And so here I am, you know, mid-30s, trying scallops for the first time. I cast iron pan seared them. Oh, they were good. They were good. I see why they call that the bacon of the sea. That's
Do
good.
they call it the bacon of the sea?
That might be crispy skin on a salmon. I don't know. I'm not an expert in much, but I like tasty things.
I like his idea of it. You're right. Continue on.
Yeah. So I guess that would be the food that bothered me with shellfish. Other than
Okay.
that, though, I don't think you know. Everybody can overeat too much spicy foods or something, and then you're hurt for 2 days. But that's just not having a portion control and eating too much. I think we all struggle with that. I get going on something, I'm better off not having it in the house. Like candy,
Yeah.
I got to keep the candy away,
Yeah.
especially without the alcohol.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's tough. So my girl is a really good cook.
Confirmed.
And
Love
I
to see it.
I was doing so good, right? Like I told you about the 2-year dedication, lost 70 pounds. I got down to like 190.
That's amazing.
And then now I'm back up to like around 200 because that cooking was just so good. but here's the thing is like, you know, we're together like being like, okay, like we had fun indulging for the first 6 months of knowing each other. Like we're going on the dates.
right.
You know,
it's
we're
like
just
the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we're just having a good time with it, and then so now we're both together in this mindset of doing more portion control and skipping a meal from time to time, and honestly, like I've been feeling better since I've been doing that. So
good.
I generally
that's
will
great.
skip breakfast, and I don't get really hungry until like noon to 1 p.m. And I feel like I perform better those days. Like I feel better on those days, but it's for real. Like, this whole food thing and the delicious food and like wanting that second portion. And it's so easy. 'Cause here's the thing, like, okay, diligent for 24 months, right? Like that, like you'd think your lifestyle would just
Yeah.
change at that point.
It doesn't.
It does not.
But yeah, like the second you get that bag of kettle chips out, like, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay. And then you make a couple excuses 1 week, and then it easily bleeds into 2 to 3. And coming from like an area where I was trying to be so diligent all the time to recognizing the complacency come back in, because like I'm seeing it happen, but I'm like allowing it. It's it's just wild, right? Like how diligent we always got to stay on it. And then even with you like retrying the gluten and stuff again, like you're like I want to try it again, and then you try it again, and you're like, no,
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth
Oh
it.
my gosh, yeah, no. I was like walking around, with this pain in my back, and I couldn't even like stand up straight for 3 days, and I was like,
From
what am I
gluten.
living like?
From gluten. That's amazing. Is it celiac?
I wouldn't say it's celiac. I mean, I don't want to be, too grotesque, but, if I do ingest gluten, I can tell, and it'll be very uncomfortable.
That's fair.
I'll leave it at that. I'm
Yeah.
not going to die from it, but, I'd
not
rather just
worth
not
it.
experience that.
I think that's why Hundo stopped eating meat. He got that with meat.
And that's and that's where I came into. I was like, I gotta look at Hundo, and he he looks amazing,
He's
and
dedicated.
He works out
too.
hard, and he
Yeah,
has
I
since before we knew him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he looks even more fantastic. 3 years later, I guess if you implement, what you've been doing for so long, then it might pay off, and it sure has.
Yeah, no, he gets after it every day.
So.
Yeah, I respect that guy. He is definitely a hustler. He has the right attitude. He's getting after it in multiple different angles.
Yep, smart guy too. Our last episode, we got into conspiracy theories for the back half of the show, so that was fun. So for anyone that's into that, you can go listen to Hundo's ep. It was like, I don't know, 2 months ago maybe.
Yeah,
That's why I love that guy.
You got any wild
Do
conspiracies?
you dabble in the conspiracies? Are you a flat earther?
I'm down to talk about conspiracies.
I don't. That's like YouTube. We're not experts in anything. This is not science approved. This is all personal own opinions.
Okay, you got the disclosure out there. We're
good.
good to go now. We're good to go
I'm
now.
part of that too, okay?
Yeah, and our guest as well.
I might be, a part of, some sort of Congress someday, but.
No, if Kevin was talking to the camera over there. So if you want to talk to the people, you just you look directly.
Yeah, so we're all in agreement there. But
no,
yeah,
I love conspiracy theories. I
fun.
love Hundo. Shout out to Hundo.
Hundo is a solid
Love
lad.
you, man. I'm so glad we had our last
On
time
100.
together. That was amazing.
Hundo and Blade.
But no, I love conspiracy theories. I love cults. I'm a big cult person right now.
Oh.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, are you
Are you in
part
a
of
cult?
cults?
Are you a cult leader?
Like, you love cults? Like you're.
Are you
part
trying
of,
to recruit
like
us to
you're
your
part
cult?
of cults?
I should, yeah. Hey, back up. No. I'm just fascinated by cults. It's just really amazing to find out, what people do to.
So one of the Fleetwood Mac members joined a cult.
I heard that
back in the day.
back in the 70s.
Really? Was it Lindsay?
I don't know.
I don't know which one.
Anyways, but
Wait, was
So which cult are you Are you interested? What are you interested?
shout out to 12 Tribes. There's actually a cult here in Boulder, Colorado, that I'm very fascinated with, called the 12 Tribes.
I was hoping you were going to say Love Has Won, because we'll go down that rabbit hole here in a moment.
Oh no! I've already.
Do you know what's going on with that?
Yes. With
I
the
don't
girl
know.
that was consuming.
Collided silver.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And convinced everyone to be a drug and alcoholic, but that she was God. Very bizarre.
Amazing. God bless.
I didn't even.
but
I've never even heard about this.
There's a documentary about it.
Yeah.
And
It's in Colorado.
But yeah, no, I'm just very fascinated by what draws people to join this.
Yeah.
I'm not against it. I guess I'm not sure.
So I have a cult. It's a cult of positive thinking, and making.
I would love to join your cult.
Making a strong impact.
It's called Raw Talk.
in your peers. Yes.
The Raw Talk cult.
Is it a podcast?
So yeah,
YouTube show.
it is. It is. So
I guess it is a podcast.
So my mom, and I don't know if she's gonna watch this or not, but I'm 10 episodes into Raw Talk, and it's like a quick rant show where I do 5 to 15 minutes on a focused subject. And my mom, when I was telling her that I was about to start this, she's all like, "You're not trying to start a cult, are you?" And I was like, "Yes, mother, actually I am."
Might be kind of cool.
And it's gonna be a cult of toxically positive people. and my brother can relate to this because we're different. I love you, Eric, but we're a bit different. And he thinks I'm toxically positive sometimes, where it's like I'm too positive.
Like Sean Antonio.
Yeah, Sean Antonio is an equally toxic, positive person.
Annoyingly positive is what his wife said.
Yes, annoyingly positive. So
All right, keep going. We'll see if you're annoying.
So that's the cult, and so I feel like what draws people in is even though I have no idea what I'm doing, I act like I do know what I'm doing.
That is the signs. Those are telltale signs.
Yes,
That's the key to life.
yes, it's
That's that hashtag own it.
yes.
Hashtag own it forever.
Hashtag full send.
Yeah, hashtag own it, hashtag full send until it's
Tom Brady
actually
would be
real.
so proud of you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got to get into that too. We got
I know.
a lot to cover on this
I know.
episode.
Well, but,
All right,
but,
so
but your pod,
The
but
cults,
your life.
the cults are fun. Yeah, the
Yes.
cults are fun. I have a NASCAR cult.
Look, positive, toxically positive
TPP.
cult. Yeah,
Toxically positive people.
yeah.
That's a
yeah.
TPP cult. Yeah, you haven't heard of it?
And it's nationwide.
TPP.
And you can
Yeah.
be a part of it. All you have to do is be optimistic, and you're in this cult. Okay.
It's very
and
good.
then send your, address, and we'll send you stickers in the mail.
Yeah, and then some collided silver.
Right.
But no, it's good.
What is this collided silver?
It's nasty shit. It's
What?
supposed to.
It's
It's a
collided silver.
collided silver. It is. It was supposed to be used for external use, for like wounds and stuff.
Okay.
And people were drinking it thinking it was healing insides.
Interesting.
And it, in
Yeah,
fact, did the
gonna
opposite.
send you to like an altar.
She was like gray by the time she checked out.
She was actually
Her
blue.
skin was, yeah.
From drinking like metal.
I'm trying to think what her name was. It was,
Mother God.
well, yeah, Mother God, but her.
What?
Yeah, people came to Colorado and believed she was God, and she was drunk and on drugs every single day. And they were just waiting on her hand and foot.
And then when she did pass away, they actually like
Kept her body
obtained
mummified.
Her body, like, and they put it in. They traveled across
5 states.
state lines. Yeah, they.
What?
And nobody went to jail. They got arrested, but nobody was
Yeah,
convicted.
that was a big deal.
Because you're not like allowed to take dead bodies.
No, it's tampering with a corpse.
Right.
That's
yeah,
felony.
It was
The whole thing was crazy. But it was worth the
But-
watch. I learned a lot about people and how, because what was the common thing they all had in common? They were all a little bit lost.
And they just came together and
Yeah.
they found this one. Yeah,
And then you had the Father God. He was a wild one.
yeah.
But anyway,
Same cult?
same cult. He was with the Mother God.
Okay.
So
It's a what's what cult things do. That's what cults have.
So what is drawing you to cults right now?
the 12, what do you call it? 12.
Oh, the 12 tribes. Yeah, I'm just so fascinated by cults because, I think it's so interesting that some people can come together and find this one, I don't want to say a purpose, but just this one foundational point. We all came together, we're all missing something, we're all lost in this sense. We've come together to find this one common denominator, I guess, if you will, or maybe not even a common one. It's just we've all found each other and we find comfort in the fact that we're all involved in this one thing. It's really quite, I can't really, narrow it down, but it's really fascinating.
It's interesting just to kind of see like the details of it, because there's usually a cult leader. Like
Right.
someone's kind of the spokesperson or whatever, and there's like recruiters and stuff like that. I don't know much about it, but I always think David Koresh in Waco, Texas. Right, that was a big deal back in
I
the
did
90s.
see that documentary, and
Yeah.
they ended up rolling tanks out to this.
It was insane.
And,
'Cause
like-
they were really just trying to defend their First and Second Amendment rights,
Right.
and that's where it gets dicey because he was doing.
But they were making their own ammo.
They were,
And-
which
and I guess that's illegal.
It is.
I drove past, Waco, and I kept calling it Waco, wacko,
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty wacko, to me. And
Did you go there?
I didn't stop. No, I was going to Austin.
You just drove through.
I was driving. I said, okay, that's pretty wacko. And
Yeah,
we kept
Wacko.
going.
Yeah, it's so the cult stuff's been going on for a long time. but-
Yeah, and so I was just in my travels, since I've been on your podcast, I've been traveling a lot.
Good.
I saw my podcast and I was like, wow, I was so uncultured then, and and
Uncultured, like just not traveled well. Didn't. What do you?
I just felt like I just didn't travel as much as I should have, and I have
So,
since
so
then.
you've been on like a glow up.
But that was also in the middle of like a shutdown.
And yeah, we're talking like the pandemic and these what have you, and yeah, I've been going on, not the road, but I've been going traveling to.
You've been on tour. You're on the Blade tour.
Sonya Blade tour. That's my Instagram handle. Not that I am Sonya Blade, but trying to travel as much as I can.
I've been
That's
thinking
really-
for
that's
like
good.
2 weeks. The Blade is back.
The Blade is back.
Like I was so excited to make that little promo video today,
Blade is
saying how the
back.
Blade is back. But
is pretty good.
But on your journeys, is that where you found these butterfly wing earrings?
Oh well, actually, on my journey, yes, I've actually become a fish fan.
like the band.
Like the
Okay.
band.
Oh, I thought you were like maybe you're out there like fishing.
Oh no, I love seafood. I've been fishing all my life with my father, but no, I love fish now. I guess, or I guess I'm into fish.
Okay. Now
And
this
so-
pH, they spell it with a pH,
The
right?
pH fish.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I know on my journey of finding myself, without having to,
To ayahuasca in Peru.
Without joining
Not yet.
without joining a cult.
yeah, I'm this close. 12 tribes. If you're out there. No, but I'm just very fascinated. But, on my journey to find self, yes, absolutely. I've listened to a lot more music. I'm a big music lady anyways. My hobbies in Colorado include snowboarding. And, when snowboarding ends, Red Rocks begins. And that's when I listen to music live. And yeah.
Live music is important.
So you got those earrings at a Fish concert?
And so, anyways, back to me. That's my joke with my friends talking about themselves too much. I say, anyways, back to me. So back to me.
It's a good segue.
I got these, earrings at a Fish concert. Yes. Okay. Fish has a big concert every year at, it's called Fish Dick's at Dick's Sporting Goods here in Denver. And so, I got these fish earrings. It says, funky bitch.
Oh.
In case no one knew.
Okay.
You're wearing it loud and proud, hanging from the ears.
I'm a funky bitch, I guess. But.
See, that's hashtag full send, hashtag own it.
Yes.
So, Fish, they've been around a while, haven't they?
Before I was born.
I was going to say, it's like Grateful Dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I've turned into a Fish fan, apparently. And
That's
it's
interesting.
just, the community's really awesome. It's just a lot of fun. And I'm actually part of this group on Facebook called Fish Chicks.
Okay.
And you have to, go through, an actual pretty extensive process.
Fish Chicks.
To become part of the group?
And it's 15 questions to even get into it.
To get into the group?
And so I had asked my friend, I was like, what answer is this?
Would that be considered fishing?
Probably.
No, that's interesting. I don't think I could name a single song.
They're just it's just the community is really fun,
Really?
I'm sure, it's kind of ties into, into, what do you call it?
I don't know. I don't know, but it's okay.
Ties into something.
It ties in.
It's tying in.
So, didn't Futurama do an episode? No, that was with Beck. Was Beck part of Fish?
No, I don't think Beck was a part of Fish. He's been doing his own thing.
Yeah.
I love Beck.
Right?
Yeah, Beck's badass.
I would love to see Beck.
He's still touring.
Right?
Yeah. His music's changed a lot, though, from, his first hit was that, what was his first hit? I'm a loser, baby.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you kill me?
Yeah.
Now he's doing, his age music now, if you will. He's covering Neil Young's Old Man, and he's just an amazing guitar player, amazing musician, I think.
Kind of almost like Dad Rock, but you can go to Red Rocks and, see a great...
Dad Rock?
Is that similar to Yacht Rock?
What?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yacht
of.
Rock?
You haven't heard of Yacht Rock?
Oh, there's a lot of things I haven't heard of in this episode.
Look, I invite my mom over and some of her friends, or
Yacht Rock.
and you put on a Yacht Rock.
What is that?
Dude, look, all I'm saying, if you want the perfect playlist, you put on Yacht Rock, and most everybody is going to just really enjoy their time.
It feels like a subgenre, though, to something.
We'll put Yacht Rock on before the end of the night.
Yes, we should.
We're going to put some Yacht Rock.
Yeah.
Do you know what Yacht Rock is?
Oh, my God. It's the best. If you're trying to,
How am I learning all this? Is it because I quit drinking or something? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I listen to classic rock.
Yeah.
There's some classic rock included in Yacht Rock.
I would say that's kind of my favorite style of rock.
Yacht rock
there's
is
some
like
in
what
there.
you imagine, like your grandma, on a yacht. You're just hanging out, drinking Chardonnay, and you're just listening, to.
There might be some Jimmy Buffett in there.
I was going to say Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, just very
Does it have to be Chardonnay? Could it be Sauvignon Blanc?
Ooh.
Or
Might be a big difference.
Or maybe we can go Pinot Grigio. I mean, I'm just saying, there's options, right?
We still.
Or is it just the Chard community is yacht rock?
No. We gotta be a little more extensive than that.
Okay, all right.
More...
I think you could even drink a Modelo to this.
Interesting.
What
about a Bud
yeah,
Zero?
It's very much like Tecate weather.
I think Yacht Rock is completely inclusive. Whatever's in your cup, it could even be water.
Would it be on 93.3 here in Denver?
I love that radio station.
I do too. I found some new bands off there.
That's
I really
like the college station, right?
I don't know if it's college, but it's like indie rock.
Maybe they have a segment that's college-ish.
I found Dope Lemon on there. I don't know if you heard of them.
Yes, love them.
And the Blue Stones I just found. They're fantastic.
Ooh.
Yeah, so new music. New music.
Isn't that
me,
their thing? It's called new music? Don't they
no,
have
93.3 it's like alternative rock.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like the college station because they always play Panic at the Disco.
Oh, really?
Oh,
is that
I love
93.3?
that.
No, I'm not sure. But college radio is very important. We covered that last week.
Oh, I love that. I always love that station. I mean, at least my station here is amazing.
Yeah.
And they have they just have so much of a broad, you know.
So sorry for jumping around a little bit. I know we're getting into
It's
music.
discussion combustion.
But you're talking about this 12 moons, this 12 This 12. This 12. What was this
It's like
called?
12 tribe, wasn't it?
12 tribes.
12 tribes.
moons.
Okay.
I'm Sonya, in case anyone wants to come.
Okay, so what do they got? What are they doing? Like, what is 12 tribes doing?
Well, I don't really know too much about them, but, from my research is that they, I think they're based in somewhere on the coast of,
The West Coast?
No,
East
it's
Coast?
East Coast, but
Okay.
I do know they have a deli here in Colorado, in Boulder called the Yellow Deli,
Okay.
and so I'm trying to go out there and get a sandwich and see what they're about.
So is this a cult that is fanatical about hoagies? Because that's something I could get behind.
We call them
that.
grinders back home. Get a
Yeah,
grinder.
exactly. I think they have some grinders there. I actually don't know. I'm hoping they have some gluten-free bread, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's my big thing.
And if they don't, then you're out of the cult.
But if they invite me back to their house or whatever, that'd be amazing. But
Interesting.
So 12 tribes serves 12-inch sandwiches.
I don't think we're going to get all the deets.
Like why are you interested in this? Like what?
It's just because they're close by to my home, I mean, if I could, research all of them, then I'd be happy to do so. But they're right in my backyard, so.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
I know what it is. It's the mystery factor.
It is just
It's the fact that there's like this mystery and it's close enough for you to like smell the sandwiches.
I mean,
But, like-
I just want to find out, I just want to like look in there and say, do they use real mustard? What kind of mustard do they use? And then I miss
Top
out.
shelf.
So
mustard.
is it a sandwich tribe cult? Like what's
I think she's trolling you now, but
you know?
I don't think we're not gonna know.
And I never will.
That's the mystery of life.
And
It's part of the unknown.
And
mystery
I
is
like
fun.
that.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Because if everything was predictable and like where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
To touch back on, on our mysterious ways about finding sobriety, and, finding out what's actually best for us internally, what's going to happen to us if we ex-nay, this part of our life and incorporate, more positive things.
Mm-hmm.
That's the journey.
Yeah.
That's the silver tuna, as they say. The tuna. I don't know. It's going to look different for everyone. I don't know. Maybe I'll start a cult. Be a NASCAR cult.
NASCAR cult.
I already have one of those. It's called Mash the Gas. We got a good cult following over there.
I mean, honestly, I took a peek and I was like, wow, pretty sweet.
Yeah, for all the NASCAR fans, which isn't that's an East Coast thing, very East Coast.
My father was really, much into the NASCAR way. And it was honestly like a fun thing to do. You bring your girlfriend along,
Yeah.
pack a cooler versus,
Hell
full
yeah.
of sandwiches and what have you. And
It's a fantastic sport.
Yeah.
And I'll defend it and I'll love it till the day I die. It's been a part of my whole life. Grew up at short tracks in New England, all over New Hampshire, Lee Speedway, and all those places. It's just old school, good old fun. Outdoors.
it's fun, you bring the family along.
So
you know.
you've been to a NASCAR race?
I've been to a local, NASCAR
You got to go to
race.
the main. If you get a full send.
Maine's got a big thing going on there. I can't remember honestly. I was a kid.
Yeah.
It's been about 20 years, but
20 years. I haven't been back since '09, which is
That's a long time.
there's a lot of people.
That's almost 20 years.
there's a
back
lot
to
of-
New England.
Yeah.
What?
There's a lot of people in the 603 that aren't real happy with me about that.
Oh no! I go every 4 months
I
to
know,
my
it's-
grandmother. I
Well,
love that place.
yeah. See, if I had that, I'd probably go more. But my parents are actually going for their 50th wedding anniversary this October. 50 years they've been married.
Congratulations.
Congrats, mom and dad. That's fantastic.
That's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
congrats.
And I guess there's some program like the Maine Lobster guys or something out of there. I don't know what the program is exactly. My mom watches it. She'll know. But they're going to go do a dinner with those guys from Discovery Channel. Like they were selected to go be with the lobster guys from Discovery or whatever.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
So mom's pretty excited about that.
As
Yes.
she should be.
As she should. That's amazing.
Yep. So she's excited to get back home. There's so much history there for us growing up there and all that.
Yeah.
Shame on me for not going back. I'll take all that money that I spent on drinking and buy me a plane ticket.
So when you going back?
So I already
Are
been
you going to make a commitment to this right now?
Yep, I already put it on another podcast, so it's already out there. In
Okay.
The world. I will be guaranteed, possibly sooner, but guaranteed you will see me in June of 2025 because I will be there for the NASCAR race.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's when it's gonna go down then.
It's going down. I'm going out for about a week to do the New England tour, see everybody. Take the pontoon out on Lake Winnie. Did you ever do
Okay,
Lake
I
Winnie?
want to do that.
Yes,
I want to go.
yes.
Lake Winnipesaukee?
Oh, yeah.
I grew up on it.
Yeah, no, my cousins live in New Hampshire. So,
Okay.
I want to do the pontoon on
He's
Winnie.
like, yeah, I want to go to Lake Winnie.
Yeah, and
I miss
fucking
Winnie.
have some clam chowder and like a lobster
He's
roll.
ready.
That buttered lobster roll.
Oh,
well,
I
that's
want that.
Connecticut,
Oh, is it?
but we still love it.
I think all the New England food, yeah, like even the New Haven pizza, like we were saying, it's a big community. But there is certain parts of New England that are known for different things. I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Providence to Boston, the chowder in that 30 miles, vastly
It's
different.
different.
Wicked different.
Really?
Wicked different.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You know, and as a newfound gluten-free lady, I know my chowders. So.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Because
Gluten-free.
every chowder starts with a roux,
Mm-hmm.
which is flour and milk and what have you,
Yum yum.
and so
Damn it! Now I want chowder.
I know.
always
Look,
happens.
it's always around dinner time when we're recording these.
Yeah.
But like all of our listeners in the morning, like our morning listeners, they're probably like, how come these guys are never talking breakfast? You know,
We can
we're
talk
we're
breakfast.
always talking like some kind of pasta or like some kind of dinner
I
stuff.
like breakfast. I'm a breakfast burrito guy.
Is breakfast your favorite meal?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. 'Cause
Okay.
most of the time I only eat it on the weekends.
Okay,
I get up, make a little,
but you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, because it's fun.
Are you looking forward to making breakfast on the weekends more than you're looking forward to like making your other meals?
I don't know. I like cooking, as you know.
Mm.
We usually have people over for the race. So I don't know. That's a good question. But breakfast foods are fun because you can like create things: green chili, eggs,
Mm-hmm.
potatoes. There's a lot that goes into breakfast foods.
Yeah.
But I can imagine gluten-free. That also is restricted. No pancakes, no hash browns. Well, I guess you could do hash browns.
Oh, yeah, definitely hash browns. Yeah, everyone's always asking me, can you eat potatoes? Can you eat rice? And, and some things they implement, has flour into them. Sorry. But otherwise, for breakfast items, you can have, what is it? With the eggs and the
Huevos
sauce.
rancheros.
That's definitely gluten-free. Otherwise, you can have, with the sauce on it and the biscuit.
Oh, well, yeah, biscuits.
Benedict.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah,
you
eggs
just,
Benedict.
implement, some sort of other, instead of, gluten or what have you, you can just do whatever you want instead.
Yeah,
So
you can be creative with it. That's good. There's
Yeah.
a lot of options.
that's the thing. You gotta be creative, though.
I'm trying to put some avocado on my breakfast.
Oh, I like avocado.
Gotta implement healthy fats. That's what everyone's all into right now. Is healthy fats.
I mean, I've seen pictures of the food that you eat, and you're usually eating I feel like it's like some quinoa, like some super.
Are you still doing the cooking
It
thing?
looks like superfood.
I know. I have been on my chef game recently.
Yeah.
and,
Cooking with Blade?
When Chef Blade's in town, it's pretty good though.
Chef
so.
Blade.
Nothing
Okay.
crazy, but but I try to implement good things. I actually make this amazing chicken cordon bleu,
Okay.
and I guess I gotta tell your viewers what my
They're
my trick
chomping at
is.
the bit. They are chomping at the bit.
And
are.
what happens is, what you put your crumbs and what have you, the breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
You put them in, for 2 minutes in the oven, what have you, and that's what happens, makes it actually crispy and what have you.
Oh, really?
And so from there, you put them on, your chicken, what have you, put them in the oven, and it's already crispy.
That's a pretty good little hack because the last time I did it, it was really good. I got it like a chicken breast and pounded it out real flat,
Mm-hmm.
Got my ham, got my cheese, rolled that up, and then egg wash, flour, breaded that in panko, and then did it in oil, fried it
Oh, yeah.
to get the crisp, and then finished the cook-off in the oven.
Yeah.
And served that with a homemade cheese sauce, with a little bit of Fontina cheese sauce, and then, of course, a little parsley for decor. It was muy delicioso.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Got to put a little more cheese, in your sauce and what have you.
You gotta
But
have the cheese sauce.
The big secret is that you toast the breadcrumbs prior to, and then once you cook it in there, it's gonna be already crispy enough.
I like that. I like crispy. I like crispy bacon. I like crispy French fries.
See, bacon, I want the medium,
Oh,
like
no,
kind
no.
of chewy, like not chewy like raw.
If you
but
hold
like,
that bacon up, it needs to be straight.
straight, yeah,
Yep.
I can see that, but I don't want it being like when I go to chomp the bacon, it's like,
Oh, see, I love it.
I don't want the crunchy. I want the it'll stand up
It's-
straight, but it's like chewy.
What?
What are you going with?
No, I want it's extremely crispy. I want
Yes.
everything burnt like my usual cooking.
Yeah, I'm like the medium. I'm like the medium bacon type of guy.
Crispy bacon for the win, especially when you make like a BLT or a
Okay.
VLTA.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want soft bacon on that.
Absolutely, you know, and that little
it's
everything
crisp.
bagel season, you put on the, tomato, you slap that on a,
You put it on the
crispy-
tomato?
You have to.
The everything seasoning on the BLT?
Yeah.
Yeah, you salt
the
you salt the
tomato?
tomato, salt, pepper,
I use
the tomato.
Dano's. I'm a big Dano's. You ever watch his videos, Dano?
No, I don't think so.
The Yum Yum Get You Some?
What?
His videos changed the way I cook forever. And the way I season my food. Later salt, welcome low sodium. Real
Okay.
flavor.
Yeah, it is good flavor.
Real
Yeah.
flavor.
I'll vouch for
Not
the flavor.
fillers, it's not bullshit, it's good stuff.
No? Okay.
Dano's
no,
seasoning.
I usually go on for like, this random, lady off Instagram saying, this is your new go-to dish for your family this season, and I don't usually, I save it for later. I'm going to say, yay, I can't wait to see it. And then I never do.
And then you never look at it again?
Right.
Isn't that like what Pinterest is? It's just to like things and then never look at them again?
That's my Instagram right now. It's just like, puppy photos and then like, tons of things you're going to make, might never do.
I'm really happy because recently I've really been opening up the cat algorithm a little bit on the social
Go
medias.
meow.
Yeah, so it's like all the cat stuff. I'm starting to get that, and it's so much better for my health.
Yeah.
Are you one
Than
of those guys that it's like for your page?
yeah, I mean, well, I'm trying to dial it in, like, because I do click on like the dumb, like the like test your girl's loyalty video or something.
I don't like those.
Like all
The
those.
acting's horrible in those.
Yeah, and I'll get dived into those a little bit, and then all of a
delve
sudden
in?
I delve in, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm seeing all this non-faithful type shit. So
Oh, no.
Interesting.
I've been intentionally disliking things of that nature, and then intentionally liking the cats and like the innocent
Is it working?
kind of fluffy stuff. Yeah, and the algorithm.
fluffy stuff.
Yeah, the algorithm's going. It's going in the right direction.
Mine's all cooking videos, really.
Mine is too.
And then goats. Somehow goats ended up on
And,
my
and
algorithm.
racing. We got this guy
Oh, well,
that
yeah,
makes
I mean.
car noises through
Isn't that epic?
a paper towel like tube. He's like making these car noises.
Mr. Car Sounds,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely tremendous.
What?
Yeah, he's basically a beatboxer, but for car noises.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
Be loud in everything you do. That's his slogan. Solid lad. We're gonna get him on.
Yeah, he
Yes.
is good.
No,
He
I
is
can't
good.
wait for that.
Yeah, I'll show you some of his videos when we're done here.
Yeah,
we have a lot to
please
do
do.
after the show. I don't think it's gonna happen, but we're gonna.
We do got a lot.
It's gonna be like that Pinterest thing. Save it for later. Never gonna happen.
So my question though, since summer's right around the corner, and the mountains are
Calling.
the snow is melting. So who is on the Red Rocks list this summer that you already have tickets that or that you need to buy tickets to go to?
Oh my goodness. Well, like I said before, my hobbies include from November until, May is skiing. And then once Red Rocks opens up in April to November, my hobbies change then. So I've already been to 3 concerts at Red Rocks.
This year, okay.
Yes. And I just love that place. It's just a great place to, meet up with friends and just release from the workday and what have you. And I just love the music there. Just sounds incredible. It's my favorite venue.
It's the best venue in the world.
It's my favorite thus far. And I when I was in my 20s, I used to go see music all the time and blah, blah, blah. And I just love that place. But my big thing this summer is actually my grandma is coming to town in July.
That'll be
Okay.
fun.
And she and I are going to go see, oh my goodness, I'm so excited about it. I couldn't even think about it for a minute. She and I are going to go see Billy Joel, actually,
Oh, nice.
at Coors Field.
Oh, that's right. He's playing Coors Field.
Yeah. And so, and she doesn't go to concerts very often and what have you. And I just wanted to get us in there. And
That'll be fun.
I'm so excited about it.
That is
yeah.
super
That'll
fun.
be a nice memory.
Yeah,
That's
you
what it's
know.
about.
Mm-hmm.
I like concerts and venues. Those are kind of fun memories.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
traveling to other venues or whatever.
I need to get some concert tickets now. I'm like thinking about it. Like,
Well, you heard
I don't even know who, but
when
I
you're
just
in
need
Sweden.
to go.
When you're in Sweden in August, which we're still not sure how we're gonna do the podcast schedule yet on that. We'll get to that.
Oh, you can even maybe.
It's like 7 hour different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. More to come on that. But while you're there,
Chris Isaak.
Chris Isaac is in Sweden. You got to see him at Stockholm. Love Chris Isaac.
That might be really amazing, man.
Well, and also I'm going to be wingmanning for my brother Heavy out there. And honestly, a Chris Isaac concert,
Bro,
I mean,
You have to go.
come on.
It's Chris,
I think
it's Chris
it's-
Isaac.
yeah, I think
Like,
it's kinda,
he plays Wicked Games one
I
time.
mean,
like,
I literally, my band, we covered that song for
Yeah.
that reason.
yeah.
So
It's a panty dropper.
100%.
All right.
We'll be crying back, here.
Yeah, so I think I should pull the green light on that.
Pull the green light.
But
I like it.
I do want to I do need to look at the Red Rock schedule and just book something.
Dirks Bentley's.
I just need to get it going.
He comes every September. I love Dirks.
Oh my God, are you serious? Oh yeah, no, there's just so many good, everything you can imagine at Red Rocks. If you like, from, Taylor Swift, not like, the whole Taylor Swift at Red, but
Are you a Swiftie?
I'm actually not.
Okay.
I respect her. I'm happy that she's doing the damn thing, but
She is a badass.
she's just not my cup of tea. I like
Yeah.
a little more weird,
Funky. What does the earring say again?
Funky bitch.
Funky bitch.
Yeah.
You like that FB?
I'm a new fish lady now, so yeah, like
Is that a Fish song? They
it's
have
actually
a song
not
called
by
Funky
them,
Bitch.
but they do cover it a lot.
Okay.
She's into that FBM. That's that funky bitch music.
Yeah, catch me at FBMs.
FBM music all the way. Yeah. Music festivals are kind of fun too.
No, totally. I mean, but I'm too old now.
Are
When
you?
I was younger, I
Why?
used to go to all the music festivals.
Why are you too old?
But I'm graduating this fall and what have you, and I just, I have other priorities right now.
The music festivals.
I mean, I love that. I'm happy for them and what have you. I've had a great time when I was younger and went to music festivals, but now I'm just trying to
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Just keep it cruising.
stay there hard, I guess. So,
Yeah.
but
You're not using that Blinka and getting off on Music Festival Boulevard?
not anymore.
That's fair.
I still use my Blinka though,
That's good.
and I don't travel in the passing lane.
That's good.
For
Yeah.
all you who don't.
Yeah, make sure you got plenty of blinker fluid.
Yes.
Keep that thing.
And if it's not full, you should go to your local O'Reilly's or Car Parts and find that.
And
Yes.
mention that we told you to grab the blinker fluid.
Yep,
Yes.
save 10% off. Yes.
Yeah.
Use code
you,
DCP.
You can get pulled over if your blinker fluid is low.
There's
heard
a
it
lot.
here first.
There's a lot of people that are going to believe this. I don't know if that's funny or concerning or both.
It's both.
It's okay.
It's
Yeah.
definitely both.
Whatever.
Yeah. Now, check your blinker fluid. It is what it
Yeah.
is. My car's in the shop right now.
Oh no.
I had to walk here.
He did.
What?
But yeah, my water pump went in my old Ford.
Oh, I got my Subaru, so I can always give you a ride home.
That's good to know for sure.
You
Keep
know?
that in mind. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Front Range. I tell everyone I'm going to give them a shout out. What was it? Front Range Tire and Auto. I'll see you guys in the morning.
One show is just going to be a show of shout-outs because all Kevin's promises while he's over here marketing.
I know, right? Promise them everything, deliver nothing.
Whoa. I don't know if we're going to stick to that model.
Yeah, that's not
No,
a
no,
good
no.
model.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Kevin's
yeah.
promises, he probably should,
I should run for politics.
not a part of that.
what part of politics?
I wanted to be in Congress when I was younger.
I could see you running for like
Mayor.
a part of politics that is strictly cult related.
No, I'm not doing that.
It would be
I would be like emailing you and writing letters into you every day.
If I was a political cult.
blonde beard cult.
Cold, dude.
They say there's red in my beard.
A blonde beard,
Colored beard.
colored beard cult.
I don't know about that.
.com.
I don't see those Boston guys. Those are more like the beard guys. You know, we were talking earlier, and so I'm gonna get your opinion on this too, because
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
Like,
I've never heard
Boston
of this until
businessmen, right? Boston businessmen.
My favorite.
Let's remember
today.
that
Yeah, right.
Gillette is right there in Boston. It's a Gillette razors, right?
Right,
It's
yeah,
a
of
Boston
course,
company.
yeah.
A New England thing to do is to get up and clean shave before they go to work, like businessmen.
Oh yeah,
Would
yeah.
you
That's
agree
a
with that?
thing?
I'm way about that.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
That's a very Boston thing.
Absolutely. They get up and they
shave.
Clean shaven, and we're gonna execute the rest of the day, and it's gonna be great.
You always know when you're dealing with a Boston businessman, he has at least 3 razor cuts on his face.
He means business at that point.
He's not fucking around.
Yeah, he's gonna make a.
Serious.
He's gonna make a. It's gonna happen today.
Yeah, I just need another New Englander to confirm that because I've been there in 15 years. Things might have changed.
No. It's still the same. I mean, I hate to say this, but I do miss Tom Brady. I miss Bill Belichick.
too.
I miss the old Patriots.
I cried.
Here
when-
we go.
Oh, yeah, we reached this point of the episode.
I know. I'm sorry. I
No.
knew you were gonna do that, but
Look, there's a 2/3 majority here. Okay?
Yeah.
2/3 would rule in any cult.
Yeah.
All right. So
You two hold the majority right now.
I guess we do.
Tom
so-
Brady
So we're
is my
we're
cult
talking
leader.
Belichick and Brady.
I love Tom Brady. I love Bill Belichick. I was here in Denver at the game for Bill Belichick's last win as a New England Patriot. Thanks again, Joey Hedge, for that. Unfortunately, I was extremely drunk on that one, and then we know what happened after. I ended up having to shit on Colfax. It really took a turn for the
Kevin
worst.
became the infamous
Colfax
Colfax crapper.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah. Yeah, and that is the name of my other cult, the Colfax Crapper Cult.
Yeah.
That's that triple C. But, so yeah, Tom Brady, I was there for the last game, which was really cool. I mean, with Bill Belichick.
Right.
And then he announced he was leaving the team. I cried. And then, Brady, the Brady roast was like a reunion.
Oh my God, that was amazing for me. Everyone in my house was like, "This is trash."
It was
Why does
fantastic.
matter? It was amazing.
It was pure gold.
It was literally the best thing I've ever seen all year.
Yeah.
Well, and outside of like the Brady thing, but just the fact that they brought in crude comedy, and that everyone was laughing, having a good time with this crude comedy,
Which is considered politically not correct anymore.
but which is ridiculous because
It is.
because
Are you serious?
comedy should be like
yeah.
that area where you can laugh at all the bad things, modern society is so sensitive, and as far as I can see, that was a breath of fresh air.
It was.
As far as like having this crude comedy, which has its place. And if you're getting offended by crude comedy, then like
Don't watch.
You're a reactive person.
Right.
Yeah.
Just change the
Turn it
channel.
off. No one's
Easy
forcing
enough.
you to watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
You didn't have to.
You don't have to be offended. You could just turn it off.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic.
It was well done. And I
Oh
like
my
that they
God.
did it live, because live creates more opportunities for like good shit to happen.
Right.
There's not like, oh, we're going to edit that out later. Even though I did hear they edited some of it out if you want to watch it back now. Like when was it Kardashian got booed?
Oh yeah, exactly.
they edited that out.
probably,
I booed her too.
Why
No.
do they edit that stuff out? Like what?
I'm not a big fan of her.
Like not everyone can love everyone. Like not everyone has love for me. Not everyone has love for like all people. Like
Absolutely.
that's just how it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We have to accept the fact that like not everyone's gonna like us. That's okay.
Yeah, and then so 2 weeks ago we had a guest on that's a New England Patriots fan, but she's not a Tom Brady fan.
What?
How does that?
How is it even possible?
I've been thinking about it. I've lost a little bit of sleep about it because it doesn't quite make sense to me. Remember Aaron was talking about this, our guest a few weeks ago.
Well,
I'm sure she's great, but honestly, now I'm kind of judging her.
Well,
Yeah,
but I'll come to her defense here because she's not here. But she did say that she liked how he played, but she
respected him on the field.
But she wasn't a fan of who he was
Off the field.
Yeah.
Well,
So she
But
she
that's-
was a fan of the football career.
That's fair.
but not his personal
but
endeavors.
not like his celebrity personality.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
but as a Patriots fan, it's what he did for us. Like whatever he did with Giselle or Michelle before that doesn't have anything to do with the Super Bowl rings that we won.
Right.
You know?
And I'm not going to judge him off of that. I'm just because I'm off of his performance
Yeah.
with what happened to the team and with Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess this is who I am as a New England fan. Truly,
Tom Brady for life.
every day. That's why I do not watch football anymore.
Really, you gave it up?
I honestly
I stuck with our team.
I endorse giving up watching sports. I definitely get behind
I do not
that.
agree with this message.
I completely believe that there's more important things to focus on than sports.
Well,
Okay.
then, the Bruins, got kicked out.
That was a
and what
bummer.
have you. And
Celtics,
so now the Celtics, I'm always Boston through and through, Arthur. I'm sorry. I just got to
There's
be.
nothing wrong with that.
Gotta be-
You got to rep your turf, Blade.
It'll always be Boston
Yeah.
through and through.
That's a true New Englander. Like every
So-
team, Red Sox. I grew up a Yankees fan though, but we won't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, I just told the world. So yeah, I was a Boston kid as a Yankee fan. I think I just like to piss people off.
Well, I mean, Greg, how do we say his last name?
Greg Langlois is
Greg Langlois. How you gonna
I lived with him.
fucking live in New England and
be a Miami Dolphins fan.
Miami
He
Dolphins
was born
fan.
and raised in.
Look at Sonya's face.
Yeah, look
right
at her
now.
face. That says it all, Greg. I'm gonna just cut a promo clip just of that and send it to him.
Sorry, Greg. I'm just.
He grew up in Providence, Rhode Island. Grew up, moved to New Hampshire,
That's like the heart. Okay.
and
Sorry,
he's a
go
Miami
ahead.
Dolphins fan.
Was his folks?
Has the Dolphins logo tattooed on his calf.
On his what?
It's rough stuff. It's rough
I
stuff.
don't even have a Boston tattoo. Okay, that's.
So
Who is Greg and where?
But Greg's still awesome.
He's
and,
pretty
and
solid.
I love the karaoke, Greg, because you're probably
have you even
listening
seen
to-
him do that?
Yeah,
that's
that
awesome.
takes confidence, and I love it. It's sexy.
Yeah, he's a good guy for sure. Typical New Englander for sure.
But he likes the Miami Dolphins.
So
Doesn't ever
there's
appreciate
those weirdos,
Okay.
right?
All right.
But our Pats, look, Drake May. That's our new guy. Drake, it's Mayday.
All right.
I'm sticking with Mayday. So my Mac Jones jersey, it's a number 10, right? He's number 10.
Retire it.
I'm just going to cover the Jones with May.
Yeah.
So I don't have to buy a new jersey that way. I think it's quite clever.
That's the way to go, honestly. Yeah. I just.
You just go buy
Good
a
luck.
patch and sew it over.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be
I'm
pretty
happy for
easy.
you.
I got to stick with my Pats.
Yeah.
I can't leave.
I'm going to go back to the Bruins and just call it a day.
I mean, just because we're going to maybe win one game this year, if we're lucky, Pats are going to be the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I still got to watch them.
See, all these years of glory,
Here we go.
they have a cost.
Yeah, just ask the Dallas Cowboys.
They have a cost.
I just love to be a winner.
But to be a continuous winner, we got to know how to lose, and that's tough. That's tough to teach a New Englander.
Not in my 30s. Come on. I've been a winner all my life. and
Win,
now
win, win.
I got to relearn how to be a winner again.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay because we'll get there. I believe in the team. I believe in Gerard Mayo taking over as head coach. I'm all right with it.
So,
I don't really have a choice, do I?
look, Jerry Seinfeld had a whole thing on sports teams, and like this whole bit on like being fans. Like you could have like you like your players and stuff, and then you get upset when the player goes to another team.
Yeah.
But it's like all the. I'm not going to be able to deliver it as funny as Seinfeld did.
He's definitely a legend.
Yeah, total legend. But that's what's funny about sports because we're like, and look, I still love the Broncos, and I quit watching football because of how frustrated I would get when the team would lose, because the Broncos, like, we've had our Super Bowls, sure, but then we had, Greasy coming through and fucking Tebow coming through and shit, and like,
And the list goes on.
Yeah, and the list goes on,
great, though.
and it was tough.
Respect.
So that's when I actually quit sports, was during like these losing periods, because I guess I'm a fair weather fan.
Yeah, I would say so.
I guess you would call me that.
Only root for the team when they win.
Well, I was rooting for them for years after when they were losing.
Oh,
And,
yeah, after the Elway era.
and it made me so frustrated. Like I had to stop watching sports because I would get so pissed off over the Broncos losing that like it was affecting my week. And so at that point in time, that's when I slowly let go of sports. Is during that period of time.
It's not for everyone.
That is me. Arthur is me, and I am now, and that's exactly what's happening.
It's tough.
Just letting it go.
It's not an easy period.
Can you imagine
it's not an
Bill
easy
Belichick
transition
anywhere
period.
else?
No, and he might not go anywhere else. He's gonna do Peyton's show this year.
Yeah, and just like live in Florida, like his freaking dogs or whatever, and that's just
Did you see him sneaking out of that girl's house on the Ring camera?
I did.
Good for
Belichick.
Bill. Go
I'm
get you
just so
some.
happy for our team.
Yeah, I mean, what a legend.
What was it on like Next Door Neighbor?
Did
the
you- no,
Ring
I'm serious,
camera
did you see
footage?
it?
No, I did see that.
It's classy. You just see Belichick come out shirtless. It's like 6 a.m., 6:15.
Unlike the
He's like going down her back patio, just like kind of looking around.
just
now-
keep his head down.
If he would have just kept his head down.
Yeah, Belichick
was-
wasn't very
yeah,
good at doing
but-
that. But God bless him. He's going to be like 72, I think. He should just go live his best life. Sail to, Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, up there with Robert Kraft.
Mr. Kraft.
Yeah,
Solid.
you know that he in the his roast or what have you. He was like calm down when they were talking about Robert Kraft. He just went straight up to them, and I was like, all right.
Well, because I think Brady had an agreement with. Well, I don't know if he had an agreement because Nikki Glazer said there was no pre-planning that show. Everyone wrote their bits and they showed up, and obviously Jeff Ross somebody was gonna work in a massage joke about Robert Kraft. Like,
Right.
It
How
was.
could you not?
It was like there was gonna be deflated ball jokes. I mean, it's Tom Brady roast. We knew those were coming.
Right.
But that's what crossed the line for Tom. He's like, don't say that about Mr.
Yeah.
Kraft.
I don't know Kraft what.
He's the owner of the Patriots.
Okay.
Robert Kraft.
He's the one that the whole.
He was getting rub and tugs in a Florida massage parlor, and that became a big deal. It's like the guy, his wife Myra died in 2011, I think it was. I mean, the guy needs.
He earned it.
Yeah. What
It's a rub and tug.
What kind of low-life person would expose this man of this information? Like, why would you need to expose?
Well, nobody really
somebody
gave a
of doing
shit.
Someone who didn't get
Yeah.
paid enough.
that? Yeah.
Someone who didn't get paid enough, and then someone's always trying to wreck someone else's success.
And that's too bad, honestly, because he's had a great success with the whole Patriots and what have you, and
Absolutely.
they just wanted to have a little piece of the pie.
It's just one of those things because now Mr. Kraft is known for this rub and tug.
Yeah.
It's just like you could be the best farmer your entire life, just feeding the population, and
Farmer.
and then you like fucking you have sex with the sheep once, and then all of a sudden everybody's like he's a sheep fucker, and they forget all about.
That got a little dark there, All right, I didn't know you were going that route.
they forget about all the food and produce you fed.
Because he fucked a sheep.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're known as that guy.
This episode's gonna get all kinds of flags. but we're too committed at this point.
Shout out to sheep farmers.
Yeah.
Shout out to the sheep farmers out there. Keep delivering.
I
that.
understood your analogy, though. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of good, and then you do some weird shit, and that's it. That's all you
That's what
remember
happened.
for.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing, like honestly, everyone has done a questionable thing in their life.
Oh, I've done more than one.
Every single person. So it's like you're gonna
I
sit
mean, I
here
haven't
and
fucked any
act.
sheep or anything.
You're gonna sit here and act like you're like
It's a clarifying.
yeah
Yeah, I did fuck any sheep. I had to think about it for a minute.
yeah. You're gonna sit here and act like your slate is clean
Right.
while you're calling out somebody else on
Oh,
their
yeah.
dirty laundry.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Kevin eats meatballs. He's not like, going out fucking sheep. Okay?
Yeah, that's right. I just
So-
like balls sometimes. The meaty kind. They had shrimp meatballs there, too, actually. I was going to get that, but I'm still weird about that, like I talked about earlier.
It honestly, wait, it looks amazing. Wait, have you actually tried Rocky Mountain?
Oh, yeah.
oysters?
I love them.
I had before I was gluten free, and they are fantastic.
Very rich.
Because the breading, right?
Yeah,
Is
it
that
was
what
the
messes it
breading,
up.
and then they had like amazing aioli. That.
It's really good.
So
No, I enjoy it. People think it's gross because we're eating bull nuts or whatever, but so what?
I mean, deep fried everything tastes the same.
We eat livers and giblets of other animals. Like, what's the difference?
oh my god, I've eaten like sheep's brain back in Maine.
Sheep's
like,
brain.
and it was like the #1 chef in like Portland, Maine, like made that, and it was fantastic. It's kind of like Spam.
Sheep's brain.
I've never had a gray matter.
I've had cow head before, like where you pick the meat off the skull and then like the eyeballs and stuff. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll try anything.
I'll eat anything though. I eat weird shit.
I think from like New England, we have like a like a reasoning of like we're down to try anything.
So have you
Yeah.
eaten squirrel?
I would. I haven't. I've eaten rabbit. you
Rabbit's
know,
overrated.
and they're just like very like lean, meat.
Yeah, or like
Guys.
yard bird, like quail.
Oh yeah, quail. I would try that too.
There's not much meat on it.
It's just like a very like lean protein.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll pretty much eat anything. I had snapping turtle. That was interesting.
Ooh.
What part of the turtle do you eat?
Yeah, what
I-
happens
I
there?
don't know. I
Is it
didn't.
the neck? I
No.
think I'd want to eat the neck.
Do you feel guilty like also killing one at the
I didn't
same
kill it.
time? Okay. 'Cause
No,
I'd be
I wasn't like hunting it or anything.
All right.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Snapping turtle hunting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone will
Look in
correct me
the
on it.
face, and you're like, yeah, I just.
That thing will chomp your damn arm off.
Yeah, I'd be scared as
Yeah,
as
those are
shit,
vicious.
and also like.
You never had turtle? Like any turtle? That's real big on the East Coast too. Turtle
Any
soup.
turtle?
Well, not just snapping turtle. It could be like a, like maybe it's from Philadelphia. I don't know what those ones are called.
No, from Philly, wrong.
Yeah, fuck Philly.
No, fuck Philly.
Fuck your team. Fuck
Oh
your
my
city.
God.
Fuck Philadelphia.
Literally, fuck Philly.
That's the most Boston shit I've heard in a long time.
Honestly, I actually drove past some guy because Phillies played last week or whatever, and I drove past some guy and I was like, "Fuck Philly," and he was like, "Well, fuck you too."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I was just joking, man." And he was like, come up to my car, and I was like, "Wow, fuck Philly indefinitely."
Yeah, that's that just East Coast rivalry. We'll talk shit to each other. And it's like, all right, let's go grab a beer.
Right, exactly. But he was like aggressive about it. I wanted to be like, "Yo, bro, like pull over. I don't even drink anymore, but like I'll buy you a beer." But
Yeah.
also, fuck Philly.
Yeah, fuck Philly. You did start that one though. That one's on you. You were looking for trouble.
I did, honestly. I just thought it'd be funny, like when
Yeah.
you're in Boston, I've been to the Boston games, at
yeah.
Fenway, and you're like, screw everything, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'll buy you a beer. Who cares?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the Boston way.
That's very Boston. And if you
Yeah.
do
Hey,
fight,
fuck you. You want a beer?
that's
right,
Boston.
exactly. Like,
You fight in the parking lot, and then you'll get a hot dog.
I dated the guy from California, and he was like, why are you so mean? I was like, get over it. I'll buy you a beer.
Yeah,
And he's like, okay.
it's just
all right.
East Coast. That's how we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
It means I like you, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, that's how you know. Treat people like shit. That's how you find out.
But also, fuck Philly.
Fuck Philly. But yeah, so Philadelphia turtle. She hadn't had it. You ever had turtle?
I don't know.
Because you're from Colorado, right?
No, I don't
You
think
look
I've,
really confused.
I don't think I've ever had turtle. I feel like there's like a dirty joke there that I was trying to like brew
with
up.
turtle?
Yeah, I was like trying to brew up like a
A turtle joke?
yeah.
No, I
but
guess
but,
we-
but I fell short. I fell short on my turtling.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, it was pretty tasty.
Really?
Yeah.
Turtle-
Okay, yeah.
turtle
At the end of
soup.
the day, it was actually okay.
Yeah, it's good, and I like the Cajun shit. I like the gator and all that. I got some buddies from New Orleans. I think you met those guys.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
The NOLA
yeah,
boys.
yeah. Oh, my God. Those guys were amazing. And actually, to touch on that, I went to New Orleans after our, our whole experience. Because I remember when I talked to you guys last time, I was pretty uncultured. And then, so yeah, I went to New Orleans.
What a great
and
city.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I went there for, a bachelorette party, and that was
Oh boy.
Yeah.
in New Orleans.
It was during the pandemic too, so they had like a lot of glass up and what have you, but we broke through that.
Yeah, New
Both
Orleans.
area.
It's a fun. You were just there recently for Mardi Gras. I just feel like that town. It's like culture's so rich, the food's delicious, and then it smells like vomit all at the same time.
Pretty much.
That's kind of how I summed up New Orleans.
Yeah,
I mean,
all in one.
I will
People are very
say,
nice there.
I will say during Mardi Gras, I've never seen, and this is a compliment, I've never seen so much trash accumulate on one street
It's bad.
within like 4 hours. Like, right, because everyone's partying, the parade's happening, it's all going on. And then the cleanup effort. Oh my goodness.
Wasn't it amazing?
I would walk out in the morning and you wouldn't even been able to have tell that there was like, it was.
So they had a whole squad.
Yeah, so I had like a hotel room that was overviewing one of the side streets, and on the side street they had all of the cleanup crew, like that logistic operation. I saw them all lining up, and it was very impressive. So
Wow.
as far as like
Wow.
throwing down and cleaning up, I've never seen a city clean up as quick as I saw New Orleans
That's
clean
good.
up.
Vegas, take
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Vegas. I feel like Boston's generally they party hard, work hard, so it's kind of like that same mentality a little bit. Like we'll make a mess, but we'll clean it up.
Right, yeah, it's it's like your dad's gonna go out and just like just scream about Tom Brady and then be like,
Yeah.
he's also gonna sweep it up later.
Yeah, we're gonna rake the yard.
Yeah.
You know, you get two things done at
That's
once.
what your father's for.
Like in Philly, they pull down street lamps. Fuck Philly.
Yeah, fuck Philly.
I'm not saying it.
No. We're right, it's okay.
But see, here's the thing: is I've never had an urge to travel to Boston or Philadelphia. So
What?
like, I just don't have an urge to.
You
You
gotta
don't
get to
want to
New
like
England.
enrich your history?
I mean, I'll like maybe go on the outskirts or something. I've never had like.
To go to Boston?
Yeah, I've never
You gotta
had
go.
like that itch where it's like I gotta go to
No,
Boston.
you do.
What?
It's
You-
you have
you
it's,
know.
it's a must go city.
But how about Philly?
You can skip
yeah. Pass.
Philly. Unless you go to Gino's Cheesesteaks. Other than that, not
Okay.
worth it.
No, pass.
But not even for the turtle.
No, not the turtle.
Okay.
turtle?
And then the Liberty Bell. You know, the Liberty Bells in Philly.
Ding, we've all done it. All right, pass.
It's broken
So
for
there.
a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your experience in Philly. You know, Jersey. I'm not a big fan of Jersey.
See, I've been to Jersey, and then I saw New York City from Jersey.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know.
Then
if
you
I-
understand why.
I was like, I don't even know if I need to go in there.
Yeah.
It's a madhouse in there.
AC is great though. Atlantic City. I went there for a bachelor party.
That's
again.
like the East Coast Vegas.
It is
Yes.
the East Coast Vegas,
Yeah.
which is great.
Atlantic
though.
City is AC. Okay, I see.
You
And then
know,
New Orleans is the South Vegas.
I went there when it was still the Trump Taj Mahal.
Okay.
Oh wow.
It's definitely not anymore.
No, he lost some real estate for sure.
He lost a lot of It's now I think it's like Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
But it was still awesome though. But yeah, definitely East Coast Vegas.
Yeah, East Coast Vegas, Atlantic City. Rest of the state I didn't care for. Felt like it. Like their motto's the Garden State.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's more like the garbage state.
I mean, the area that I was in was like all the plants were super.
I mean, there's nice
beautiful,
areas.
Like, it was pretty.
Yeah, there's nice areas. Like Harold and Kumar was filmed somewhere over there. Did you ever see that movie?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I
it
heard-
was in New Jersey?
Yeah, because they end up in Newark at one point, which is not a great place.
No,
Anyone
not.
that's been to Newark or Elizabeth knows what
You
we're
don't
talking
want,
about.
yeah, you want to get right out of there.
In the beginning of the Sopranos intro, which he's getting into, fantastic show. Tony's
That's-
driving through there.
Okay.
The place we're talking about.
Because he used to live in New
Okay.
Jersey and goes into New York because, his very legitimate garbage business.
Yes.
Very legitimate.
Yes. Yeah. Ramon's
It's a
Sanitation.
great show. That is a great show.
I don't
I've
want
been-
to tell you more because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Did you see it all?
I haven't
Are you-
finished it.
I'm a Mega Sopranos
Yeah.
fan. So
I've
when he
watched
started
it a couple
watching it, I got
times.
excited.
Yeah.
And there's one point, I can't say, but Tony Jr.'s having bigger, issues, and he's like, I don't want to go to fucking Maine.
Oh yeah.
And, I'm like, well, who would, I guess, at your age? But anyways.
I remember what episode that is. You're not there yet.
I'm
You
not
haven't hit
there
there
yet.
yet. I'm sorry. I took it away.
No, it's okay. I could tell it gets tumultuous.
Oh, there's so much good shit in that show, though.
Oh,
and then, did you
God.
watch The Many Saints in Newark on HBO, which is the prequel to that, with the whole series?
Oh, no, I
You need to watch
should
that.
get into that.
It tells the story of Dickie Maltasanti, which was Christopher's dad.
Because, yep, exactly.
So
No, I can't tell you anymore because I want you to.
Thank
I want you
you.
to find
I want
out.
you. I know. Like I keep asking where you at, so I don't spoil
I
anything.
haven't watched it in weeks.
You got to get on it
I got to get back on it.
Tonight, your homework assignment is.
after your DCPC uploads.
Yeah.
And driving you home.
That's true. My car is in the shop. Yeah.
Please.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Sopranos is great. East Coast culture is great. Pizza. which is now now you can't really eat true good New York pizza.
I'm a little sad for you.
Honestly, like, with friggin', Dave Portnoy, and he goes around and he's all,
I love that guy.
I honestly, I respect him so much. He has that cute pit bull of his
Miss
now.
Peaches.
Miss Peaches.
Miss Peaches.
And I was like, do you have a heart at all? But then he got Miss Peaches.
I know, he's this big, rough, tough Boston guy, and he just melts about his little pit bull he's got.
And she is amazing.
Miss Peaches is adorable.
And then come to find out, the guy that originally owned Miss Peaches reached out and was like, give me my friggin' pit bull back.
Of course.
Oh, come on.
Now that she's all Instagram famous and shit.
Yeah,
And so,
get out of here, you fucking alley dweller.
Yeah.
shout out to Miss Peaches. You will
Yep.
never go back to that guy.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy's good. He's a good man, I think.
Yeah.
Look what he built with Barstool.
I mean, there are so many.
Sold it for $400 million, bought it back for $1.
Is that what happened?
That's why he always wears that $1 hat. Sold it for $400 million, got his wealth, and then bought it back for $1.
I mean, and he's like the start of like so many podcasts. Like, to be honest with me, I love, Joe Rogan. Shout out to Joe Rogan. If you need me, I'm there.
Joe's the man.
But no, like, I mean, like, he's like the start of actual podcasts. They have all those like fun podcasts and those girls are talking about.
They got a good network.
Crazy
Bustin' with
things.
the Boys is on there now. Those
Yeah.
guys seem kind of fun, those Nashville boys. But yeah, we should probably get Discussion Combustion on Barstool, I think.
I think that honestly,
or maybe
it's,
Mash the
it's
Gas.
it's very, podcast worthy.
I think it
Dave
is.
Portnoy. So
We got to get Portnoy out here ASAP. He did do Denver pizza reviews.
I did
and
see
Denver
that.
didn't do well.
Not at all.
He gave a 7.5 to it wasn't Marco's. Yeah, it was Marco's Coal Fire downtown.
Honestly, I mean the pizza here is kind of trash, to be honest.
It's
so,
West
I mean,
Coast.
it's. But to be fair, it's tough to
Sit
tough
here.
to bake at high altitude.
It is.
And elevation.
In California, pizza don't even bother.
Don't even talk to me about that.
Like, they don't know how to make pizza in California.
No?
No, they make burritos and they're delicious.
Arthur,
Roberto's
just
is
listen to us. We're the voice of reason.
East
This is
Coasters know
every
everything.
East Coaster fucking ever.
Yes. East Coasters know everything.
About pizza.
Except Philly.
Okay. I'll give
Tom
credit
Brady
to the
and
pizzas.
pizza, yes, that's it though.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, and fuck Philly.
Literally, fuck Philly forever.
Yeah.
I just might hashtag fuck Philly in this episode.
I wonder how many Philadelphia people are going to piss off.
And hopefully we get a whole bandwagon of them.
Probably all Eagles fans.
And they can come at me. Yeah.
Yeah, they're Eagles fans.
They know what happened with, Tom Brady and the Falcons, so we can talk about that later.
Man, what a game. That was incredible.
That was amazing, right?
That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life.
And to be honest, like, to touch on Boston, since we're, talking about that, they were, down the last 4 games, and then we came back and we've won the last 4 games out of the series. So go Boston.
Yeah, that's right. The Pacers.
I'm still always a Boston fan, through and through. I have to be.
It's going to be the Celtics and the Mavericks for the,
I think
for the
so.
final. And
Yeah.
Boston's going to win it all. Putting my money down.
You want to put some
How
money
much?
down?
Well, you going to take the Mavericks?
How
No,
much
hell
money?
no.
Well, then who are you betting?
No, obviously Boston.
All right, let's do it. DraftKings.
How much-
I want
How
to
much
up
money?
your. I want to up your.
We're going to double it, split the winnings?
Yeah.
How much money?
I don't know yet. I got to look at the odds. I think Dallas is going to be favored.
Are you a betting girl?
I actually am. I bet on when the Celtics are going to win this last round, and
Did
I
you?
put $3 down, and I won 35.
On a
Okay.
$3 bet. Yeah, see, we do NASCAR betting. That
I
pays
do like
big.
small bets. I do
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the fun ones, and like no one's going to bet on.
You see
Yeah.
what Portnoy's putting down? I mean, he's got a shit ton of money. He put $300,000 on Edmonton to win the Stanley Cup way before Edmonton was even a threat. And Edmonton's kicking ass.
What?
Yeah.
So he's going to get a big payoff off that.
I mean, the Oilers and
Potentially.
the Stars, they have to get past the Stars, and then it's the Panthers and the Rangers. Fuck the Rangers. Kick 'em.
Okay.
The New York Rangers?
No, never.
Yeah.
But hear me out. So I'm so mad at Florida for kicking us out for the second year in a row.
I would agree with that, yeah.
That I'm
That you want the
on-
Rangers to beat them?
Exactly.
But
Like
it's New
anything's
York.
better, but it also feels like I'm like doing an injustice to my family.
Rooting for New York.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, I was a Yankee fan growing up, so I know about this.
I'm like literally fuck everything, but also I don't want Florida to win. So it's like the better of two,
I'm going for Dallas.
But also shout out to Dallas because who used to also play on Boston, who plays on Dallas now, is Tyler Sagan. And Tyler Sagan is an amazing star player. And there's like a, have you ever seen it before? There's like a, there's like a meme or whatever, and he used to play on the Boston Bruins,
And now he's a star.
and so there's like a poster. When you guys get this, edited, please put it over me. It's like we suck your dick in high school, and it was like
Oh,
for
yeah.
Tyler Sagan.
I have seen that. We sucked your dick in high school. There's these two chicks in
These two chicks were like
audience.
next to the glass, and they're like, "We sucked your dick in high school," or
Yep.
whatever. And
Well, my only question to them: are you going to do it again?
They probably would.
shout out to are you gonna be there for us?
Yeah.
That
That's
is
pretty funny. And now he's a star.
And now he's a big star now.
Yeah, literally playing for the Stars.
I mean, he's honestly an amazing athlete, but I just love looking back on that, and I'm like, this
That is
guy's
pretty
gonna-
funny. That is pretty funny. There's been good talent though up there in Boston. Like Tyler Bertuzzi's with Toronto now. We've lost some talent. I like Bertuzzi though.
Yeah, but now we're gonna cry about it, and then we're gonna have
That's-
Tyler Sagan make
tip-
some.
Typical Boston though. We just move on to the next team. Well, next. Because when you do that much winning, as Charlie Sheen would say.
I honestly, in that person,
You're
I just
Charlie
wanna win
Sheen?
some more. No,
Wow, winning.
I don't hang out that many, prostitutes or do that much cocaine. But
That's probably a good thing.
I do appreciate winning, as a New Englanders.
Get spoiled, That's why you gotta learn how to lose.
So winning is associated with prostitutes and cocaine?
Pass.
Yeah, I won't take that one. Maybe 20 years ago, like before cocaine would kill you.
Right. When it was like cool,
It used to be a cool drug. Now it's just killing people because it's
Yeah.
fentanyl.
That's why, I just want to focus on, what makes me feel good and
Yeah.
not.
You know how I know I'm getting old? The cocaine is shittier nowadays.
It is. It's just a fact. Yeah.
And it's not even worth it. So,
It's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it.
know?
I really think my parents lived the best party generation. We missed it. The 70s, like when my parents were throwing down, god damn, that was the time.
That was the place to be at.
They're just before phones and, you could get away with shit. There's just
I
more.
know the serial murderers out
Yeah, like
during
Ted
the
Bundy,
70s were
you know?
just
That was the
Right.
70s.
You could never,
You can't
the
pull,
good old days.
You can't pull a Ted Bundy now that I'm
Right, they're
advocating
like
for
cool
that.
murderers, yeah.
Was Ted Bundy a cool murderer? I think he was kind of a...
Ted Bundy have a cult?
No.
All right, well, fun fact about me about Colts, right? So, Charles Manson, God
Uh-oh.
bless. He and I have the same birthday.
Interesting.
And also, what's her name? My name is Sonya. Tanya Harding and I have the same birthday as well.
That's why you always say, as long as it's not Tanya, because I can never pronounce your name.
And I get a little bit, and I'm like, please don't associate me with that, but
That's fair.
now it's me and Charles Manson and Tanya Harding.
Well, I feel like we're just barely scratching the surface here.
Of where this could go. Damn,
Yeah.
we're already at almost an hour and a half.
on
Jesus.
this app. No, this has been so good.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so
at an hour and a half.
we have to ask you, since it's been so long.
Do you remember the question?
Do you remember the DCPC
The
question?
finale question? You don't remember it?
There's so many good ones. I thought you guys were just gonna
Spitball?
No, you do it this time, Kev.
The question?
Yes.
So, the piece of advice question. If you could offer one piece of advice to humanity, if everyone heard this tomorrow,
That's right.
what would that piece of advice be? Or has it changed? Or is it the same as what it once was? I don't remember what you said last time.
You're more cultured now.
Yes. I remember last time yes, that's right. I remember I was like, just be good to each other. Nah. And honestly, it's just, I feel the same way, I'm just happy to be who I am as a person, and I just don't want to, change from that. So yeah, I think, to all of to your listeners and what have you, why not, be the same person, change for the better. I think we're all changed for the better, right? Like we're not trying to, have our old vices and what have you, and listening to ourselves and feeling good about that. So honestly, I guess I haven't changed much in that view.
Good.
That I think,
That's how you know it's true and true. You're sticking to it.
yeah.
I like it.
It's gonna be good.
Honestly, like a lot of the advice that we've heard for humanity and that I've experienced doing this show, asking that question, is really simple. Like the advice is always simple, but the act of actually obtaining the advice is a profound thing. Simple advice, but profound action seems to be the theme, right? Because it's always so simple, like be good to other people, but then you think about that, and when you want to like judge somebody, like are you actually thinking about like I'm judging this person right now? Like am I being good to this other human being right now while I'm actively judging them? You know, so it's like easy to say, but then actually putting it to work, that's where you really uncover how true to the advice you are.
Actions speak louder than words, right? Talk is cheap. And my advice for humanity this week is fuck Philly. I had to work that in there.
Straight
I
up.
had to work that in there. Well, this flew by. Honestly, I thought we were only at like maybe 45 minutes, but we're double that.
Yeah, we're crushing.
So-
We're
Oh
crushing.
my gosh.
Yep.
Well, you know, it just always goes by, you know, way too fast to you fellas.
Time flies when we're
It's
having
always
fun.
too much fun.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you
And
for having
battling the
me.
traffic.
Yeah. Next time it won't be. Has it been 3 years?
It's been 3 years since episode 100.
That is crazy. Next time it
doesn't-
won't be 3 years.
No.
Okay.
No. Blade is, what do we say? She's grandfathered in. Blade is back.
Blade's
Blade will be
back.
back on the couch, of course, again in the near future. We got to get out here. Happy Friday's coming your way tomorrow. That's always something fun to look forward to if you haven't watched that yet. Mash that subscribe button so you never miss a raw talk. You never miss a discussion combustion. And you start your weekend off with a happy Friday. Sounds great to me. Be good to yourselves.
You deserve it, and thank you, Sonya.
Thanks, fellas.
That was great.